Hello everyone, welcome back to DataMinds Academy. In today's video, we will learn how to use this switch function in Power BI DAX. It's one of the most powerful functions for adding conditional logics to your reports. Whether you are trying to replace long if statements or want to build smart KPIs, switch is your best friend. So let's break it down step by step. So first of all, what we will do is we will try to understand it with an example. So here I'm having a simple sales table wherein I'm having the order ID, profit amount and the sales amount. Now, what I want to do is I simply want to add another column wherein I will categorize this sales amount in buckets and I will categorize it as high, medium or low performance sales. So for that, we will be writing a DAX and we will be creating a new calculated column. So here in sales table, I will click on these three dots and click on new column. Let's name this column as sales underscore bucket. So I will use the switch DAX and then I will write true ERGP and then I will give the conditions. So the conditions are that if the sales amount is greater than 25,000, then I will categorize it as high. So let's write that if sales amount is greater than 25,000, then I will categorize it as high. If sales amount is greater than 15,000, then I will categorize it as medium. And if sales amount is less than equal to 15,000, I will categorize it as low sales. I will close this bracket and I will click on enter. So our column has been created. I will just drag and drop it over here. So now you can see that all this sales bucket has been created and our sales is categorized as low, medium or high based on the three conditions that we have specified. And here we could also have used if condition, but if statement becomes very long and switch is relatively very easier to write and it's also very simpler. So this was a very simple and a basic example of switch condition. Now we will move on to some advanced example of switch condition. Currently, we have used the switch condition to create a column. Now what we will do is we will be using it in a measure. We will be creating a dynamic measure. So I will explain you. So now what I want is, so here I'm having my sales table and I have to create a single KPI. And in that KPI, I want to call how many orders did I make, how many sales, the sum of the sales amount and the sum of the profit which I made. But in a single KPI, I will have only one number. Either it will be how many orders did I make, or it will be sum of sales amount, or it will be profit amount. And we will be using another filter. And in that filter, if I have selected sales amount, then it will give me sum of sales amount. If I have selected total profit, then it will give me total profit. And if I have selected total orders, then it will give me the count of order ID. So here I have created that matrix which I want. So these are the three metrics. Either I want to calculate the sales amount, either I want to create the total profit amount, or I want to calculate the total orders. which we have made. So now what I will do is I will just delete this table, and we will be writing another DAX for this. So I will again go to the table, click on the three dots and create a new measure. I will name this measure as dynamic measure. And here again I will write the switch condition. And here, let me correct the spelling. And here I will give it a selected value. So this KPI should change on the basis of the selected value from this table column. Selected value. And I will mention the column name, which is from the metrics table. The column name is metrics. I will select that. I will close the bracket, comma. And next, again, I will write the condition. So here is the condition. So if the selected value of this matrix table is total sales, then what I want is, I want sum of sales amount. Next, if it is total profit, then what I want is, I want sum of profit amount. And the third condition would be, if the selected value is total orders, then I want count of order ID. Or you can also write it as distinct count. So in this way, we have written our switch condition. And here we can also write an else condition. So what I will specify is, apart from this, if anything is selected, I want as blank. So what I will do is, this dynamic measure which we have created, I will simply put it in a card. So this is the card. I will select it over here. So currently it is showing as blank. And let me also add a slicer. And in the slicer, I will add the matrix from matrix label. So here, if I'm selecting total orders, it is giving me total count of orders. If I'm selecting total profit, it is giving me the sum of profit. And if I'm selecting total sales, it is again giving me the sum of the sales. Now what I want is, as I told you, if nothing is selected, I also want some other condition. So instead of blank, what I will specify is, give me no matrix selected. Let's enter here. And you can see here it is displaying no matrix selected. So this will tell us that none of the matrix has been selected from here. Or we can also write a select a matrix. That also we can give them. If I am selecting orders, it is giving me total orders, which is 10. It is also giving me total profit when I'm selecting total profit, which is 31,000. And it is also giving me total sales, which is 203,000. So in this way, you can use switch condition to write these two DAXs. We have seen that we can also use it in a calculated column, and we can also use it in a dynamic measure. So I hope you have learned something new from this video. If you really like this video, do subscribe to my channel and also share this video with your friends. If you have any doubts, do let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching the video. See you in the next one.